Okay, here it is at last, the Helios Tarot forecast for the month, or Tarot Horoscope, drawn specifically for your astrological zodiac sign. I'm B.R. Newman, in case you didn't know that already. Check out my website, IamHelios.com, through the link below, and consider everything that I have to offer there. Consider signing up to receive any number of the personal readings that I offer, or consider signing up to take a course. The choice is yours. There's a lot to explore there. Also consider checking out Annie Botticelli's Storyteller forecasts to see the astrological side of everything you're going to see here. It's fascinating, I promise. So, okay, I guess we'll just jump right into it. So here it is, Aquarius, your 5-card Helios spread for the month of November. This is a kind of condensed Golden Dawn spread, which uses 15 cards, but in this case we have 5 to the same effect. You have a central theme, 2-dimensional timeline options to choose from, a past section, and a fate section. Now you have a lot of heavy-hitting high-gravity cards in this spread. 4 major arcana cards, one in your central theme being the star. Now this is actually the card that is assigned to Aquarius. More specifically, this is Jupiter in Aquarius, so expanded Aquarius. So this has to do with themes of hope, and trust, and faith. Sensitive understanding of cosmic coherence is associated with the intuitive process, thinking on a grand scale with balance in mind. The card is similar to another, the adjustment card, through which there is a decision to reinstate a kind of balance. But in this case, it's not so much a decision, but a feeling. There's a kind of sense of a guiding light directing you in the right direction, a sense that you're on the right path as it is. So, in a way, this seems to be suggesting that there's something that you're doing right. So you have to reflect on the situations that you're in right now, on your own current circumstances. In what ways do you feel that you're doing the right thing? Like in your gut, not intellectually, not conceptually, but you just have some kind of innate knowing that the way you're doing things is the way you're supposed to be. You're actually moving towards the light. So that actually defines the context of this reading and that which this reading is speaking to. So this is meant to make it easier for you to continue doing what you're doing in the face of resistance, or in the face of opposition even sometimes. So this can look 2 different ways. The Emperor or the Sun outline your 2-dimensional timeline options, and these are both major arcana cards, both capable of either fully supporting this card or completely opposing it and canceling it out. So on the Emperor side, you see that there's actually an authority figure that steps in and perhaps stops you, or at least threatens to. It challenges you. It opposes you quite deliberately and quite clearly and says, no, this is the way it's actually going to be. This is the way it has always been done, and this is the way that it will always be done. It's really old world, old paradigm energy, like the representative of a justice system developed hundreds of years ago that is now pretty much obsolete. But the Emperor, of course, has his place, has his purpose, but this may be something that you want to avoid. So therefore, this is not something that I would advise you challenge. Don't engage this energy. Don't engage the old world justice system, for example. Just don't even test it. You have another option. The sun represents unwavering optimism, the faith that the sun will rise the next day. So the star is sort of the experience of that faith, and then the sun is kind of the reward. The sun does rise the next day. So this basically says you do not have to challenge the powers that be in order to actualize the intent that you have always held in your heart, that which you know to be the right path. Is so long as you keep that path and you maintain the integrity at the core of your being, at the foundational level, and you pursue that with all of your heart, then the sun will rise. The dream of the star will actualize. The answer is within you now. What is a star? A star is simply a sun that's further away. So the path of the sun implies that you are getting closer to your goal. The only prerequisite here is unwavering faith, and you already have that. If you feel in your gut that you know your path is the right path, then keep feeling that. That's all this is saying. You're doing something right. Just keep at it. You might actually be confronted by the Emperor. This is a force in and of itself. It may step in and try to, well, we could say for the sake of the read, tempt you to take that path, tempt you to engage that energy. And if you do, you might find that the final card in your fate section may have a very different meaning at that point. So, and we'll talk about that now. So if you keep the faith and you stay the course, and your unwavering optimism begins to shine down upon you as the actualized dream of the star, then you'll find that you have, in getting to that point, tamed a kind of beast within. And you would have had to have that kind of discipline. You have to tame some, that voice of doubt or the temptation to stray from the path. All of these themes are associated with the Lust card, which has to do with taming and harnessing the beast within. Basic petty desires and addictions and fears, taming all of that and harnessing it, using that potential energy for something productive, creating something new. You can liken this to giving birth to a new way to live, giving birth to a new world, a new you, a new vessel, a new path, and therefore a new dream, a new star, and ultimately a new sun, so long as you remain true to the methods and strategies that you know work for you, despite the fact that you are likely to see this cycle continue again and again, always being met with the opposing force of the old world, the old resistance, and the rigidity that says, we're not ready for change. So you can expect that and plan accordingly. This is all inspired by the 9 of discs in your past. All 9s in tarot are associated with Yesod on the Tree of Life, Spherith number 9, which is actually the last Spherith before the actualization that occurs in the Malkuth. So you've experienced the final stage before the full realization of your dream, and we already saw that in the rest of your spread. But in this case, Yesod, which is a kind of engine room of creation, the mechanism through which dreams go through their final refinement process, before entering the kingdom. And as manifest through Earth in this case, this is like the harvest, gathering all of the rewards of all that you have worked for your whole life, refining this method that you're working with now. That which is allowing you to actualize the dream as you gaze up at the star, imagining that someday that will be a significant light in your life. That which is allowing that to become the sun upon this right-hand dimensional timeline. So this is suggesting that if ever you feel doubtful of the validity of your path, look at what you've been through, all that you've gone through, all the lessons that you've learned. Find that harvest, that treasure that you have uncovered through all of your labors. Let that not have all been in vain. You've learned a lot, and you've been through too much, far too much, to abandon the mission now. In one way or another, on any scale, you're here to change the world. Consider the value innate in the elegant simplicity of making a mere star, a sun, under whose light the world is given new color and new meaning. The best way to ensure that this desired end result unfolds is to consciously activate the Lust card, tame that beast within, manage your addictions, and avoid, maybe not avoid temptations, perhaps face the temptations, and demonstrate to yourself that you can resist them. And when you do so, you'll find that you're working with a whole lot of potential energy that may have otherwise been wasted. So that about wraps this up for the month. Thank you so much for listening to this and for watching. Please do consider contacting me for a personal reading of any kind. You can check out everything that I have to offer on my website, IamHelios.com. You can also sign up for a master course I have available there. Whatever you choose, we can take this incredibly far and deep. You can gain so much from our work together, as many people have already. I hope to hear from you soon. Thanks again.